Alright. Hello everyone. So, as the title says, I'm going to be casting Sprint 1, Round 1 of the Alchemy League in Age of Empires 2. Now, let me get this out of the way. So, we have 3 sets, ideally, to cast tonight. If they're quick, we might actually be able to do a 4th, but we'll see about that. And the first one we have is Shixo against Oladushek. Now, as you can see from the drafts here, game 1 is going to be on Utgirvik, if that's the correct pronunciation. I tried looking into it and I found Utgirvik as pronunciation, but also Utkegvik. So maybe different people pronounce it differently. I don't know. But anyway, that's going to be game 1. And then, as you can see, Oladushek banned Chanchilaru Lake, Yukon, and Columbia, whereas Shixo banned Kenai, Denali, and China Hot Springs, meaning that Kodiak is going to be our map for game 2. Quick reminder, this is going to be a play all 2 set. It's not a best of 3, best of 5, and so on. It's a play all 2. And yeah, so these are the civ bans. As you can see, Oladushek banned Spanish, Portuguese, and Malians, whereas Shixo decided to ban Mongols, Italians, and Malay. Now, all of these civs, very good nomad civs, which makes sense considering game 1 is going to be a nomad star map. So probably either player doesn't want to have to face what is basically a overpowered civ on that map style, because let's face it, Spanish and Portuguese are just oppressive on nomad if they can get their castle going. I'm surprised neither of them banned Persians, if that's what they were thinking, but maybe I'm just reading too much into it. Now, quick introduction for the players. Oladushek is from Belarus. As you can see, he's currently 1900, but he has been 2k. And Shixo, he is from Germany and he's 2k. He has been 2k1, but right now is 2k. So I don't think there's any handicap going into this matchup. I don't think Oladushek got 5%. Let me check real quick on the resources, and no. There's no handicap whatsoever here. And I mean, depending on what maps they like to play, it might be, the difference in elo might not matter that much. So, without further ado, let's get into game 1. Let me launch Capture Rate real quick. Okay. Where is it? CA, there it is. And here we are. Okay. So this is the map I was talking about, Utkevik. As you can see, it's a nomad start. Players start with villagers all over the map, but you can quite easily, quite quickly get at least 2 villagers to build TC, because they don't start as far as they normally would on nomad in some generations, when you have like each villager in one corner of the map and you're kind of forced to build the TC with just 1 villager. Now, because you start with 6 vills, in order to have production when the TC goes up, you need to build at least a house. And as you can see, Shixo did it, and Oladushek is doing it right here. And they're already chatting between themselves because they both went Koreans, which is an interesting choice. I actually thought about them as well, just because I don't know if that's what they were thinking, but because of how little wood there is on the map, it does make sense to go Koreans because of the wood discount bonus. Now, what's one big difference between this and Nomad is the water. So this time it spawned right here. Depending on the generation, it might generate either here, here, or here. I think it can generate here. I haven't had that in one of my tests, but I'm guessing it does. And as you can see, there's tons of shorefish. Sorry, this is dipfish. This is shorefish. So, is it possible to dock? Yes, but there should be some bears lurking around, which are aggressive, like they behave like boars. Oh, actually, there they are. So, never mind, this is not going to be an issue. And as you can see, Shixo has built a mill, which makes sense. It's a little less expensive than a dock, and you can still use it as a drop-off point for your villagers. Oladushek, though, he opted for a dock, which is going to be a drop-off point as well, and it will also allow him to make fishing ships. What else to say? There's tons of deer. As you can see, let me select all of them, if I can get it. As you can see, there's 127 deers on this map. So suddenly the Mongol ban makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? I believe Mongols can be a little, let's say, overtuned on this map because of how much hunt there is. But yeah, that's it. As for gold, there's piles of 4 or 2. There's 33k on the map, which isn't that much. I don't know if it's less than, say, Standard Arabia or whatnot, but I think it should be. I think in Arabia you can get up to 40k or something like that. I don't know, I'm not an Arabia player, so. And as for stone, I know it spawns in piles of 2. But there should be a good amount of piles. Like there's almost 8k on the map. Yeah, it's not that much. But I mean, seeing how the whole point of the tournament, of this season of the tournament, is to be Alaska themed, it makes sense that some maps have basically no resources on them because they're based on an area of the world which doesn't have much vegetation and whatnot. So yes, tons of fish because, you know, you're fish in the ocean. But as for the inland, there's not going to be much. And Shixo doesn't like having Oladushek's house so close to his TC, which is and this is a move I like. Look, Nomad is all about being annoying to your opponent, and this is very annoying. And he's just building a house where he killed Oladushek's. I like that. I really like that. And Shixo is also up to feudal. Oladushek is not? Is he missing the building? No, he should. Huh. So he does have buildings, because he has a dock and a mill. He has the food, but he's still producing villagers. So I'm wondering if he's thinking about a fast castle. I mean, fast castle into war wagons could be nice. Although he's not on stone. Huh. I mean, he could also go fast castle Korean CA, just because of how cheap they are, wood-wise. That would be interesting to see. Now, Shixo is making a barracks. So, does he want to put on feudal pressure, or is he thinking about having either a stable or an archery range as his second building for Castle Age? He's making a fire, so he is thinking about contesting water. Does Oladushek know about the dock? He does. Shixo knows about Oladushek's dock. So they both know they're on water. But here's the thing, Shixo has made a dock just for fire ships. Galleys, sorry, fire galleys. Whereas Oladushek, he has been using the water as an economic boost. I'm not sure I like fires on this map, especially when you are up that much faster than your opponent. Fires, unless your opponent is not paying attention to them, are not going to kill fishing ships. Like this one, he just runs with it. And it's faster than a fire because it's 1.26. Oh no, actually a fire is faster. Okay. I stand corrected. But like two basic galleys could have killed those fishing ships already, I think. And the water is also so open that you can just kite the fires from the enemy. Anyway. Oladushek, he is going for a fast castle and he is going on stone. So maybe he does want wagons. Okay. Market, blacksmith. Shixo has added an archer range and he's making archers. So maybe he wants to go around and see if he can find some mills from Oladushek where he's taking deer, but there's no such mills. He's getting the wood upgrade now. Oh, hi Cookie Parrot, sorry about that. Yeah, not noticing your message, I was a little focused on the start. Okay, so Oladushek is pushing Shixo back on water. And Shixo is not making more galleys. So maybe he's just giving up water, which I'm not sure I like. Especially when you know Oladushek has been making fishing ships. And he's still making archers. Where are those archers? Oh, there they are. Does he know anything? Oh, now he sees this. Oh. Okay. No fletching though, so that tower is going up. Oh, you're telling me the mic volume is a little low. Okay, let me try fix that. Is it better now? Oh, okay, nice. Thank you for telling me. Wait, Dr. Loops, you're Leo, right? Okay, alright. Yeah, so I'm going to cast this one, and then I'm going to your set. And then we'll do the last one, which is Wisenatic against... I don't remember who. But anyway, back to this one. Oladushek opted to go tower defense, which is... I like it. It's a nice idea, especially if you're against Koreans. Like in a Korean matchup, defensive towers could be nice if your opponent is going into war wagons, which Shixo is not doing right now. He's not taking stone. He's up to castle. He's got more villagers. And Oladushek has a turtle ship. I loved it. I love this. But yeah, Shixo is not finding too much damage with these archers, right? he got fletching just now, so now he might be able to do something more. But like, he found this mill with no villagers on it. You know what? I would probably commit some animal cruelty and just kill those deers. Because they're on quote-unquote Oladushek's side of the map. So you're taking out a food source. Yeah, you're taking out 1k food. That would be decent. Like, you just put an archer here and just, you know, shift queue the deers, and you're fine. Oh, castle up coming up from Oladushek. It's a nice castle. It's going to protect this wood and potentially the wood. It should not be denied, especially with the tower they're helping. And he's making a war wagon, and Shixo, he's not on stone. So it's going to be skirmishers from him. Makes sense. They're basically free. I mean, they basically cost just food for him, and they can deal quite well enough, I guess, at the start against the war wagons. Maybe if the numbers start getting out of hand, and if Oladushek had some siege of himself, like a mangonel or even some scorpions, things might be a little different. But for the moment, they should be enough to keep the war wagons at bay. Especially considering that Oladushek, he went fast castle, so his eco is not as great as Shixo's. And you can see that because he doesn't have the wood to make another wagon. He doesn't have Bodkin arrow. He is missing a lot. Whereas Shixo, yeah, he doesn't have water, but he went up later with a properly set up eco. He didn't invest in stone. He is now. So he can afford to do more stuff. And there they are. No, wait, not from here. From here. Cheap CA. These bad boys for Koreans, they're 20 wood and 60 gold. It's amazing. Yes, you're missing bloodlines, but yeah, you miss bloodlines and Parthian tactics. But still, they're cheap. They're a good option on especially on Nomad. Ooh. This is what I meant. Mangonel can be quite annoying. Oh, nice shot. Downhill too. I would like to see extra docks from Oladushek. I know he is keeping his focus on the Mangonel because he doesn't want to lose it in a dumb way. But I don't know, okay, he's making more fishing ships. Like, you use this villager to just go around and make additional docks. And you just spam fishing ships, that's going to be amazing for your eco. And yeah, the CA are nice from Koreans, but you're up against war wagons. And Oladushek is going to be happy just play tower defense. He's making a monastery, okay. Is it for relics? Because I might be wrong, but I think Koreans do not get redemption, so if he's expecting enemy siege, that's not going to be the ideal play. Oh, why do I think Koreans are good? Because there's little to no wood, so having a wood discount on your units is going to be nice, especially in the long run. Right, for the same reason I would also consider Byzantines, because of the lack of gold and the discount on your trash units. Ideally there are better civs for this map, like civs which normally do well on Nomad, on standard Nomad, are going to do well on this one, I think, like Portuguese, Spanish, Malay, Italians, Mongols, which were all banned. But still, Koreans are a decent choice in my opinion. And yeah, I agree, Cookie. Missing water from Shixo is going to hurt him a lot. Like, this is 12 extra eco that Oladushek has. I mean, he's behind 8 vils, so it's 4 extra eco. But at the same time, it's eco which costs wood only, which leaves him with more food for upgrades, to make more villagers. It just snowballs quite nicely. Ooh, nice shot. Now, if Shixo can drop a castle... I mean, you're protected here because of the towers, right? I would like to see a castle probably here. But then again, if you drop a castle here, Oladushek is going to see it. And with 2 mangonels and some and 6 war wagons, he could probably deny that. Ah, he wanted to heal the war wagons. I mean, makes sense. They're an expensive unit. I would have probably opted for a university instead of a monastery just to get ballistics for the war wagons. But this is fine as well. You could also get the relic. There's one here, one down here, one here, and then one here. Actually, how many relics are there? Is it 4? 5, okay. But yeah, seeing how this is standard victory and you're applying the pressure, you could think about getting the relics. Don't kill your war wagon. Don't kill your war wagon. Okay, good. Don't kill your war wagon. Oh, worth it. Ooh. Yeah, it goes down. Now, I think Shixo has kind of stabilized now. He's using the stone to make towers instead of castle, which... It's nice because you can cover a larger area with your defense. But at the same time, war wagons, they don't really care that much about towers. And they have bonus damage against buildings, right? So... potentially, you could lose towers to war wagons if you're not careful. Oh, he tried going back to water, but yeah, he got sniped. He would have the resources to make ships if he wanted to. Oh, castle. Yeah, this castle gets denied. I mean, he killed the mangonel, but yeah. Also, Oladushek could get the... Oh, he did get the unique tech. Let's go. Let's go. I'd love to see that. Yeah, I mean, Cookie, I think your wish has been granted. I mean, there's 8 towers from Oladushek, 4 from Shixo, who will probably make more. Oh, sorry, I missed that. Yeah, that's painful. Even if the castle goes up. This is bad. There we go. Oladushek takes game 1. Nice. I think... Oh, and Shixo converted the Oh no, maybe he made one himself. Never mind. Yeah, most produced units, 10 war wagons, 14 skirmishers. Yeah, there weren't that many units being made. It was mostly towers. But yeah, I think Shixo had a decent game plan going for feudal, especially because of how exposed many resources are going to be. Like, yeah, you're going to have your TC on a woodline, but it's not like Landomed where you have huge woodlines. This is going to be a very small one, and it's going to run out very quickly. I can speak for personal experience. So making archers, going around, being annoying, it's nice. But I think he gave up too easily on water, and that gave Oladushek a huge boost to his eco. And you can see that in Res Collected, right? Because now Shixo has less villagers, of course, because he lost a lot. But there was a moment where, yes, Oladushek had more eco units, but he had less vills. So if Shixo can keep him off water, he would probably be the one with more collective resources, right? So yeah, I think Shixo's play was probably the more cautious one, if you will, because Oladushek, he just went naked fast castle, right? I mean, he fought water a little, but in a responsive way. He didn't go for fires as soon as he got to feudal, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe he did, but because he already had 2 fires on his fish. But props to him to be dropping towers and delaying the castle by a bit. Because I think if he doesn't drop this tower, then probably the first castle doesn't go up, because there were archers lurking around this area. So the tower defense is nice, especially when considering that you have to move around a lot to get resources, right? You have to relocate a lot, so either you're dropping TCs to protect yourself or towers, and Koreans are very good at that. Alright, enough chit chat, let's get to game 2. Players, which is going to be on Kodiak. Yeah. Okay, here we are. So, Kodiak. As you can see, it's a hybrid map. Both players are on the central island. There are some islands on the sides with some resources on them. Wood, gold, stone, berries. Is it that way for all of them? Yes. Yeah. And then you have, of course, tons of fish. All around. And then you have this kind of mountain range in the middle with some elevation. Thick woodlines, so walling off is not going to be particularly difficult. Or rather, it wouldn't be if it wasn't for the bears. Now, these guys, they behave like wolves, as in they will attack you on sight. They won't chase you all over the map. They will go back after, I think it's 5 or 6 tiles, because they're on defensive stance. But they are basically boars. So they, as you can see, they have food on them. You can hunt them. The only problem is they don't follow you, so you cannot lure them to the TC, and they have 12 attack. So an unloomed will die in 2 hits, I think, because they... No, they don't have bonus damage against vills. Okay, so it's 3 hits. But a villager is going to deal 3 damage because of the armor. And they move at the same speed as a villager, so... It's hard to hunt bears, sorry. So most of your fish is going to be... most of your food is going to be from fish. Which might be one of the reasons why they both picked Japanese. Japanese are a great hybrid civ, faster working fishing ships, which are tankier, so it's harder to sink them. They have decent cavalry in Castle Age, so if you're fighting water in feudal and then you need a power spike as soon as you get to castle, you don't need to mass crossbows. I mean, to cross archers, to mass archers as you're going up to then get the crossbow upgrade. You can just go straight into knights if you want. Late game is where they probably struggle a little. Their siege is not the best. They like bomber cannons. They have great trebuchets, yes, but their cavalry is a little lackluster. They get cavalier, but they're lacking the last armor upgrade, as you can see. And they don't get hussar, so they can raid you if they want to, but it's not going to be the best. They have been improved a lot thanks to the CA bonus, which is going to deal bonus damage to archers. But I think that's it. That's their power unit in Imperial. Unless you're looking at the samurai, but that's it's a little hard to get to because you need castles. I mean, they produce very fast, very quickly, so probably 2 castles are going to be enough to get a decent number of them. But they fold to archers with great unit. It's just quite easy to counter them. Now, see, Cookie, you say this map is familiar, and I think there was a map in Season 1, I think it was, which looked very similar. Like, I know the shape was basically the same. The mountain range was... I think it was higher on that one. Then there were some Gaia units in the middle attacking you on sight. There were just 2 relics on the map. And then you didn't have an eagle as a scout, you had a merchant, which when died spawned a relic. I don't remember the name of that map. And there were like Moai statues all around, if I'm not mistaken. And I think Japanese were picked a lot on that one as well. I know I did pick them in the games I played on that map. One other civ they could have gone for here is probably Persians. Faster working docks, extra resources at the start. They're probably the best hybrid map civ at the moment. You could make an argument for Georgians as an hybrid map civ, but I think Persians still reign supreme. Now both players up to feudal. Oladushek is quite ahead of him, despite having more idle TC. So I don't know the reason for that. Oh, he has 1 less veil. Okay, but 1 more fishing ship. Okay, that makes sense now. And he's going galleys, making a 2nd dock. Nice. Getting the wood upgrade. Shixo. Is he making a 2nd dock? No. He's making a barracks though, so maybe he's going to go for land pressure, but look at this. I love this. I really, really love this. He's walled. He doesn't have to worry too much. I would probably wall this as well, because you have just 2 villagers underneath your TC, so if Shixo comes here with, you know, archers, he can just walk around. And there we go. He's walling to the TC. Okay. Shixo making no navy. Okay. Oh, and here's another issue about going land on this one. You have to walk through the middle. So your archers are going to meet the bears. Unless you go this way, I suppose. I mean, one saving grace about the bears is that yes, they behave like wolves, but the game sees them as boars, so you still see them in the fog of war. Whereas wolves, you wouldn't be able to see them. So they're easier to avoid than wolves are, but you still need to pay attention. And yeah, here we go. Shixo losing his... Oh, he made a fire, okay. Oh, and he trapped the galley because of the palisade. Oh, that's annoying. Coming forward with the eagle. Oh. What the... I mean, he's having fun. Okay, Shixo keeping his fish alive. As I said, Japanese fishing ships, very tanky. Even with the bonus damage from the galleys, they're not going to go down as easily. But Shixo invested in archers. He's not getting any damage out of them. Although this woodland is depleted, so Oladushek will have to move this to this one, which leaves him a little bit exposed. If it wasn't for the bear, I would even say just go forward with a villager, drop a tower outside of the line of sight, and you're fine. Oh, I missed the galleys going down. But yeah, once again, I don't like fire galleys. When there's this much water, you can just kite the enemy ships. Galleys are just the superior navy. There's no helping it. But yeah, here we are. Archers, tower going up. Okay, you still force the tower. It's... Normally it would be great, because you're forcing him to use his stone. But then again, he has a mining camp on gold and stone, so he can just, you know, switch a villager to stone, and he's going to have the amount needed for a TC once he gets to castle. And he is up to castle. Well, both of them are actually. Okay. But once again, one of them has water. The other one doesn't. I mean, Shixo... Oh, okay, he still has water. Working water, so that's okay, but he has 4 fishing ships. Oladushek has 8. That's a big difference. And his docks are a little more spread out, so his ships are going to be more efficient. Whereas these 2 docks are basically not being used for fishing, they're just being used to make a navy. Oh wow, I just noticed the score difference. I know it's mostly water, but that's huge. And yeah, Oladushek has more villagers. He has more efficient ships, more navy. He's going to be slightly later to a castle, but I don't think he's going to be complaining about that. Getting the stone and the gold upgrade, I like that. I would like to see more people getting them earlier, instead of just forgetting about them. Getting War Galley? Is it needed? I don't think it's needed. Like, you say, you know he's not making navy. He's not making navy anymore, so... That's kind of a waste of resources. I mean, it's going to be nice. Ooh. Yeah, he's not going to get anything out of that. It's going to be nice for the fire ships, because now you can add a couple of fire ships and just take down the docks. So you get rid of that potential threat on later on water if Shixo tries to come back. But now, yeah, you have CA in your base. Going again for tower defense. But see, he can just run underneath the TC. Okay, good. House wall. Yeah, just shank them with the villagers. Who cares? Oladushek. Shank him. Shank him. Thank you. Need more CA here, but this tower is not going to be protecting that much. You would probably need another one here to, you know, completely protect the stone, because I think Shixo can just sit here with a couple of CA and be annoying. Also, this ships, yeah, he's going to kill the dogs. Nice. Shixo still 1 TC, and he doesn't have water. He did kill some builds. Oh. Even Palisades to stop that. Okay. Is either player thinking about relics? No? So is Oladushek just going to drop a castle, a defensive castle, and try to get to him with his fishing ships? Oh, don't lose water eco though, please. Because realistically, he knows by the damage he did on water and by the score and the fact that Shixo is investing into CA, which are 40 wood apiece, he knows the opponent shouldn't have that much eco. As in, Shixo has no eco. Oh, he has no food eco. Yeah, he's not going to be making villagers soon, anytime soon. He has a lot of wood, so he could just drop farms, honestly. Get the farming upgrade and just drop farms. Nice castle. Second tower here to completely protect the stone. Nice. This stone is going to secure the gold and a little bit of the wood. He could just drop a second tower, another tower here to, you know, completely protect this area. But yeah, I like how Oladushek is playing this. And honestly, in the previous game too, I loved the tower defense playstyle. I think towers are an amazing defensive tool, but players tend to not go into them because they think they delay their TCs too much and whatnot, which is true, but at the same time, how are you going to build TCs if your villagers are just going to get continuously sniped by ranged units, right? So I like this. I really like this. Oh, samurai? Why are we making samurai? I mean, they're cool, but they don't really do anything against the CA. I don't know why Oladushek is investing this much into infantry right now. And he's not heading fishing ships when he has water control. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's still in the leading position here, right? But I think he is giving Shixo some time to come back in, too much time to come back into the game. Right now, Shixo has 8 on food. Granted, they're berries and berries. But he's going to make farms now. I don't think he needs to make any more CA than this. Just focus your just use your wood to make a siege. Maybe add a couple of monks to heal your CA, get the relics, and just add eco behind this. I'm not a fan of the second TC, by the way, when you know you're that far behind and you're trying to go aggressive. But still, he's kind of making it work, so who am I to judge? Samurai got some kills, okay. Oh, Shixo. Yeah, see, this I like. This kind of play could have probably saved him in game 1. Continuously being annoying on water. That's a nice touch. Because yeah, Oladushek got the water advantage, but you're just going to be so annoying that you're going to deny that. And now Samurai against CA and Mangonel is not going to work. So yeah, crazy start by Oladushek, but I think Shixo, he's coming back into the game. And as much as I respect the, you know, the Samurai play, because they're cool, I think the food you invested into them and the upgrades could have gone into a fast imp, into Arbalester or CA and Siege of your own, and trebuchets to take down Shixo's base. But we'll see. He's now adding some eco. Defensive tower. Love to see that. Hopefully he will make a university to get the... Wait, what's the Castle Age one? The guard tower? But yeah, Shixo, he's pushing... But he's pushing an area where there's nothing. And even if he destroys this TC, there's going to be a castle, and he knows about that castle. Right, so maybe try to loop around this side. Oh! Ah. He didn't get the mangonel. Maybe send the CA here just to see if he's taking something. I mean, it's just 5 vills, but... would be nice. That said, that's Oladushek's only TC. I mean, Shixo doesn't necessarily know that. He doesn't know about, you know, all of this stuff. He probably thinks there's something here. I don't know. So yeah, maybe there's some value into trying to take down this one. It's not going to give you access to anything, but... maybe add some docks, Oladushek, because this whole area is full of fish. It's untouched. And you secure this side with towers, you're making another TC, okay, great. But yeah, now the samurai, they just die. Wait, there's 17. Oh! He's raiding. Okay, let's go. Did you get Harson? Yes, you did. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Scorpions now will take care of the CA. Another castle will secure completely this area. He could also just stonewall here. like this, to secure this gold, this stone, and this gold. And the berries, I guess. Oh, castle coming up, okay. Neither of them has resources to go up to Imperial though, so this is going to be a prolonged castle fight. So they both don't like food, do they? Because 3 farms. No farms. Fishing ships, okay, adding more, okay. Can erect here on the side, but I mean, doesn't really matter. Going back to this stone. But yeah, guard tower is needed now. You are up against mangonels. Yes, you have castles, but some areas are not completely protected by them. And watchtowers, they fold to mangonels, whereas guard towers, they can hold their own, especially if you have like 5 vills to put into them. Going for more stone. Now, if Shixo is sneaky about this and manages to drop a castle here, he gets this gold. He denies these 2 woodlines, which are going to be Oladushek's only safe woodline in a moment, because this one is going to be depleted. The bear is just, you know, having the time of his life. Oh, okay. Shixo calls it. Did he need to? I mean, he's behind. He's behind now. He's not finding any damage. I mean, I would say just get the stone for a castle. You're almost there. Try dropping it as a last try and take it from there. The castle goes up, you maybe play a little bit more. If it doesn't, then yeah, you call the GG. But yeah, it's going to be an uphill battle anyway. So yeah, Oladushek wins his first set 2-0 in a pretty convincing way, I would say, despite being slightly lower elo than his opponent. But that's AOE inside elo. Was he? Yeah, he was lower Sid, whereas Shixo was higher Sid. So, well played. Really well played. Okay, so now we got the next set, which is going to be Leo13 against DjSapsan. So we can close. Oh, one sec. Let me get you the draft on screen. There we go. So we can close this. Okay. So before we start, they didn't actually post the link to the draft. This is something I made myself. So we know, well, game 1 is going to be Utkevik and game 2 is going to be Kodiak. But we don't know who banned what. So I just made this one to be easier to stream. So if you're up against either of these players in the next rounds, don't go thinking, oh, DjSapsan banned Colombia, so he maybe doesn't like that. No, I don't know about that. So this doesn't reflect their true bans. So nothing much to say there. Like, we're going to be seeing the same maps as we just did. Let's take a look at the bans. So Portuguese, Italians, Berbers. Nice. Nomad saves. Again, makes sense considering there's Utkevik in the map pool. And then Mongols, which, again, great save for Utkevik because of the hunt. Malay and Saracens. Malay, I can see. Saracens, they're good as well. I think they were picked in Season 1 on the map I was mentioning earlier, the one which looks like Kodiak. I don't remember if Leo13 and DjSapsan were playing in Season 1. I know... I think I played against them in previous seasons. I don't remember if it was Season 1. I know I didn't play them in Season 1. I think I played Leo in Season 2 and Sapsan in Season 3, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, anyway. Quick look at the elos, and... So, this is Leo13. I mean, this is him. It's not an image he took from the internet. He is a 1650 with a high time of 1700, so solid player. And as you can... Oh, and he's from the UK. And Sapsan is from Ukraine. And elos are quite similar. He has a slightly higher highest. But, I mean, it should be a pretty balanced matchup. They both seem to be playing team games as well. Okay. Alright, so let me load the map, the game real quick. DjSapsan. It's going to be Utkevik. Alright. Let me change the window. This one. This is not starting. Did my game crash for some reason? Yeah. Okay, sorry about that. For some reason, AOE just sometimes crashes when I'm losing capture rates. I don't know why. It has been happening for the last 2 months. I don't know if I'm the only one having this issue. But yeah, I mean, the game is rigged with bugs at the moment, so it wouldn't surprise me if it was an AOE issue instead of a me issue. Okay. Let's go into games. Where is it? This one. Spectate with CA. Okay, and now we change it back to CA. Okay, there we go. Okay, I mean, once again, Utkevik, as you can see, the generation is slightly different. So there's tons of shorefish, but just one dipfish. And the bears, they can actually get to the villagers this time, instead of being relegated to a small island up there. So probably this generation not worth it to go for a dock. Could be worth it to go for a mill to get the fish. For example, you could get a mill here to get the deer as well. Same here. Here maybe not as much. Maybe not even here. Is Sapsan going for... Yeah, he was trying to get to a decent water and realized there's no decent water in this generation. Now, let's talk saves. Hunts. Love it as a Nomad Civ, especially on this one where you're not always guaranteed to get the I wouldn't say the space, but just get value out of a dock, because again, Hans, they cannot start with the dock because of the starting resources. They also get their horsey, their scout, which is going to be great to get more geese, find the deer patches. Just an overall great save. You don't need to worry about houses. Map is very open, so playing cavalry or CA is going to be great. I mean, Hans are Hans, right? So now, as for Leo, he went gods. So gods, they do get a hunting bonus. Actually, they get 3 hunting bonuses. So they carry more food when hunting. They deal more damage to boars. And by the way, yes, I tried it. That applies to these bears as well. And the latest addition is their hunt lasts longer. So it's basically the Mayan version. It's basically the Mayan bonus, but just for hunt. And I think because of that, the percentage is higher than Mayans. I think Mayans is 10%, something like that. Whereas the God's hunting bonus should be around 25%. I don't really remember the correct numbers, but it's going to be higher. Now, Leo made a dock for efficient ships. I mean, it's not going to be bad, because you can compare this to making a dock on, say, Black Forest. You still get fish. It's not going to be a deep fish, so it's going to last slightly shorter. Well, not that much, because it's 225 against 200, so I mean it's still decent. Oh, actually, Sapsan made a dock as well. Wait, did this? Oh yeah, he killed a villager. Love it. And he lost the scout. Oh, that's a bad start. A terrible start from Sapsan. He does have very good TC spot though on 2 woodlines. Whereas Leo, I mean, he got a bigger than average woodline. Yeah, I mean, this woodline is basically as big as these 2 woodlines combined, so. Yeah, Leo, it depends on the map generation. Like, if you... I don't know if you were here when we... Yeah, you were here when we were casting Game 1 between Shixo and Oladushek, but that generation had way more fish. And actually, Cookie, does it depend on where the water spawns? Like, if it spawns here, like it did in the previous game, then there's deep fish, and if it spawns here, then there's no fish? Or is that randomized as well? Oh, okay, so it depends on the ice, not the water position. Okay, got it. So, back to the game. Sapsan is behind in bills, but he has more fishing ships. So, he's kind of making up for that, and he's going to feudal. Are we going to see scouts from him? Would be nice. Make a couple of scouts, just run around trying to snipe vills on deers. And honestly, because they're taking shorefish, you could be lucky and get some picks on the fishing ships, unless Oh wait, I'm looking at DjSapsan's fishing ships when he's the one probably going in scouts. Never mind. Yeah, you're not going to get snipes as long as they take this, but if they start taking this, like all of this, you could get some snipes on them. Yeah, it's weird. There are some areas they can go over, but some areas they cannot. Like this area they cannot go over, but this one they can. Also, I think you can build on this type of ice, although I might be mistaken. Making a barracks, a forward barracks. Okay. Yeah, Leo should be able to see that. Yeah. Making a stable right on the gold. Honestly, if you see that, you take those veils, you just go veil fight. And you veil fight, you maybe wall the stable in. But yeah, maybe that's just me thinking of veils as units, military units. But yeah, now Leo is up as well. He knows about the stable. He's making cheap Goth infantry. He should be fine. And honestly, because of how cheap the Goth infantry is, you keep a couple of spears here to protect the deer, and you go around doing what DjSapsan is doing. You know? Animal cruelty. Like, you run a spear here and here. You can kill a lot of deers. Scouts not finding much damage. Although he did kill one veil, maybe with the spears. I think I missed that. Making a tower. Not sure it's worth it. He maybe dropped it before seeing this wood line, but you're denying, what, a couple of hundreds of wood? I don't know how worth it is. I mean, it's still going to be annoying. You're going to prevent him from making farms too much outward. But it could have been a better tower, that's all I'm saying. And does he know about the gold? He doesn't know about the villagers here. Here there's enough villagers when you can just, you know, fight back. Yeah, he's going to fight back after losing a veil, so... Oh, he finds the gold. Could get a kill. No. There's a spear. Fight back. Fight back. Oh, never mind. The spear was enough. Because of the amazing pathing. Okay, I know there's red all over the map. I know he got 3 eco kills. I know he has more army and whatnot, but I don't think Leo is in a bad position. He has farms. DjSapsan doesn't. Granted, he has 6 fishing ships. Leo has 4, so he's not behind by that much. And farming eco is going to basically carry him, and his infantry is cheaper, so he's not investing as much wood and food as DjSapsan is, and he just needs the buildings, and he can go up. He needs both buildings, though. But I mean, with 16 on wood and that much gold, he could either wait for it or just buy it. And he's making a blacksmith. I would have liked to see him make a stable as his second building. and just go knights as soon as he gets to castle, but then again, I say that because I know how much behind in resources Sapsan is, right? He probably didn't. So it makes sense. Yeah, I mean, Leo is playing very defensive, but I don't just like it. He's getting his eco up. He's like up against just scouts at the moment, with which gods can deal with. Granted, the numbers might be getting a little too high for comfort. And once again, I would have liked to see some villagers trying to wall this in. But he's going up to castle. He's making a stable. So some knights are just going to be grand. He could buy like 100 wood or wait for it to come into his stockpile and just build a TC here to secure some tiers and some more wood and stone. And he's going to be to castle in 40 seconds, whereas Sapsan is investing so much into feudal. If Leo plays this right, with double stable, he could probably, you know, even ignore the scouts. Just go to Sapsan's base with the knights and murder his villagers, because you have enough spears on the field to deal with the scouts, which, by the way, have no upgrades. Yeah, I think Sapsan is being too aggressive, or rather, he's being aggressive, but not in a proper way. Missing upgrades is going to cost him, I think. Like, he has 11 scouts. Granted, there were like, I think he got up to 20. If those 20 scouts had, let's say, bloodlines and armor, then yeah, they're very scary. But scouts with no upgrades against god spear spam, it's not going to cut it. Yeah, I will agree, there's two different playstyles here. And honestly, I prefer Leo's playstyle. Granted, it would have been dangerous if Sapsan had added the skirmishers earlier. But he focused too much on the scouts, and I mean, he made up to 20 scouts and he killed 6 vills. I wouldn't say that was worth it. And now his scouts are going to be useless, because there's spikes, there's knights, which could be in his eco instead of hitting, you know, this. And Leo is producing from 2 TCs. He could easily produce from the 2 stables as well with the eco setup he has. Granted, he would need a little bit more on gold, but he could even be cheeky, get Lightcap and show him who the real Lightcap player is. Leo defended well. Sapsan was incredibly aggressive, but Leo weathered the storm and now he's fine. Now, if it gets to late game, which I doubt it will, gods could be annoying, and it could come down to raiding potential. Because let's say gods go for their Haskell and Halberdier composition, I don't think there's much Hans can do. Like, you don't get champion, you don't get the last infantry armor upgrade, you don't get hand cannoneer. What do you do against that? Aside from crying, I mean. So, yeah. 30C, okay. Okay. We have the eco advantage. Let's make it even bigger. I like that. Yeah, Leo here can basically do whatever he wants. He could invest more into knights. He could invest more into eco. Either way, he's so far ahead that he can do both. And if you're expecting CA from the Huns, I like the additional TCs just to render those CA, I wouldn't say useless, but just less effective. Now, the only issue I can see here from Leo is that as gods, he doesn't get snow walls. So keeping those CA at bay is going to be pretty annoying. But yeah, this castle is going to secure these 2 golds. Eventually this berry is going to destroy that stable. Which is not as important, but did he get... did he get husbandry? He did? Okay, so he doesn't really need that stable at the moment. Oh, Leo going into infantry. Nice. Nice. CA dying to pikes. I think it's a mistake from DjSapsan to make additional TCs. Going into 4 TC, okay. Okay, maybe 4 TCs could do it, make it, but you know you're that late to Castle Age. You know you didn't do as much damage as you would have liked to. I think you go triple range CA. And you do not add additional TCs. You go 1 TC, 3 ranges. Because now he's not going to have the resources to make army. He's going to barely have the resources to make villagers, but Huskers are coming. And granted, CA would have died to Huskers anyway, so... It's not a nice position to be in. I think this is game, honestly. I think Leo has too much of an advantage. DjSapsan doesn't really have the unit composition or the eco to counter what Leo is making. Yeah, this is over. I mean, even if you go CA Knight, you still die to Pike Husker unless you're good at avoiding fights and just, you know, running around his eco being annoying. But then again, Leo could just think, oh well, if you are not going to fight me, I'm just going to destroy what little eco you have with my Huskers instead of taking fights, and that's it. And yes, you can take down TCs with the Knights, but that's where the Pikes come in, and the CA cannot exactly go underneath the TC to help the Pikes, otherwise they'll just get shredded by the TC fire. Yeah, this is what you need to do. Just raid. You cannot engage, you raid. Still fishing? It's fine. Maybe I would have liked the Anarchy tech instead of making Huskers from the castle. I know it's pretty expensive because it's 450 food, 250 gold, something like that. But it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Your Huskers produce faster from barracks anyway. So it's nice to have. And actually... Wait. Leo's going to have a wood problem. I mean, he could go to this wood. But then he would have to venture this way or this way. I mean, he could drop additional TCs, right? Just to protect his wood, but... Does he know about the extra wood around? So he doesn't know about this one. I mean, he could imagine, but... He couldn't know for sure. He knows about this one. He knows about this one. And that's it. Why are we going into Lightcat? This is one of the reasons why you get downwards, by the way. Oh, he's... Okay, that's a lot of villagers. 45 villagers just here. Okay. Okay, and... Still making Huskers. Castle over there, okay. Is he missing... Yeah, he's just missing the attack upgrade. Ah, maybe the wood upgrade would have been nice. Oh, and the farming upgrade, actually. Oh, I missed this. Oof. Yeah, that's sad. I know I said this was over, but... Apparently, I know nothing about this game. DjSapsan is coming back. He still doesn't have a decent enough food eco, but... Oh, okay. Okay, this castle is just... Is he going to deny this? Probably not, just make petards. Or attack the castle with the Huskers, you got bonus damage against buildings. Yeah, 4 bonus damages. He's going to cut it. Oh. Oh. 11 kills. I mean, there were probably around here and here as well, so it's not 11 kills just from this TC, but... I mean... He denied this castle. And... he should be able to deny that. So, okay, no. This now surely this is over now, right? Almost double the villager count. More than 4 times the army. This is done, right? He knows about the castle going up. Maybe he doesn't deny it, but he can just take it down with Huskers. Oh. Yeah, just attack it. No, attack the castle. Take it down. I mean, eco kills are nice, but... A castle. Oh, he finally killed it. Okay. I know I said you don't get stone walls, so it's going to be annoying, but at the very least, make some palisades just to, you know where they're coming. Otherwise, you're just going to have a constant infestation of CA. Okay, the GG is called. Okay. Okay, that was a nice one. Again, I think the aggression from DjSapsan was nice. Was alright. Was a good call. It's just, I think he should have added skirmishers way earlier, and should have probably gotten the cavalry upgrade. Because otherwise, you're just letting your opponent defend with spears and go up to castle way earlier than you. Yeah, I mean, when he ran into here with like 20 CA and started killing everything, I saw a way back. But yeah, I mean, there were 50 vills down here. Even if he loses like 20 vills here, it's not going to be to make that much of a difference, right? So yeah. Yeah, no, it was over. Completely over. But yeah, nice played. Nicely played. I think Hans are a good pick, and we just saw why, right? He was so far back, but then he could get raids in and be so annoying. Gods, I like them as well, just because of the hunting bonus, and well, they're gods, so of course I like them. But yeah, nice game. Let's go to the next one. Players. Which is going to be on Kodiak. Okay, and I think someone called this earlier, and Leo is indeed going for Byzantines. Oh, DjSapsan. Let's put him back to right. Okay. Oh, and actually, one sec. Leo13. Leo13. Okay. Otherwise, I'll just get, confused about this. Okay, so I think the previous generation had snow on it, but I don't notice any differences between aside from the stone. I don't notice any differences in resources generation and whatnot. So it's probably just an aesthetic difference. Relics, actually, relics. There's 5 of them. Are they on the islands? There's one in the middle. One there. Oh, they're just in a... Are they in a straight line? No. One, two, three, 4? Where's the 5th? It should be in Leo's base, right? Like in the back of his base. Oh, there's... The relic generation seems a bit unfair to me. Like, DjSapsan gets these 2 very close to his to his base, whereas Leo has to walk all the way over here to get at least one. I mean, okay. Let's see if that causes any problems for Leo. So, civs. As we said, Leo is picking Byzantines. I think people are going to hate me for this. I think they're overrated on water. At least in feudal. Once you get to castle and imperial, they're simply amazing. But feudal, I don't like them. But that's because I don't like fire galleys in feudal. So I'm a little bit biased. Leo asking about boar. This is the boar you get. And actually, when I select them... Huh. They look like bears, they sound like boars, okay. Okay, so... Both going for dogs. Ships, so nothing different from what we saw in the previous set. You know, it's kind of a shame that you start with an eagle in all of these maps, but you cannot lame your opponent because, you know, the bear is just going to maul your eagle. Whereas if you had boars, then starting with an eagle would be pretty good. Because any civ would have the laming potential. I mean, they still do with scouts on other maps, but it's just much easier to do it with the eagle. Yeah, you did call it right. Does Leo like Byzantines or something? Are they like his favorite civ, or does he just like them on water maps? Yeah, I agree, Leo. I think they're very underrated on land. I've been playing around with the with full trash in feudal with Byzantines, and that plays out so good. It's such a nice way to play them. You still get decent castle age timings. You're countering basically anything your opponent does. You're not using gold, so you still have ranged options without having to go with your villagers. They're very nice. I think it also depends on the player's playstyle. So maybe my playstyle goes well with Byzantines, but yeah, they're a very nice civ. Oh, greedy walls. Okay. Hello, DjSapsan. Welcome. So, DjSapsan going for galleys. Love to see that. Leo going for fires. Don't like to see that. But I mean, I can see it, the reasoning behind that because of the Byzantine bonus. Although I would still go galleys. Oh. What's this? Yeah, Cookie. I thought that was the whole point of the map, honestly. Having trees getting in the way, so that you're kind of forced to be playing on water. Oh. Okay, in this case, fires are better. I would agree. Also, if you're going for galleys, you kinda need to rush the blacksmith and get fletching. Especially if you want to go to kite. Still pretty chill game up until now. Just one eco kill. Love this. Yeah, okay. I mean, the previous generation we saw, there was no trees here in the middle, like it was open. But I think there were more trees here on the side. Okay, killing the fire ships, okay. Chasing this back, okay. Do we have a blacksmith? Now we do, okay. This villager is just going to be annoying for the whole game, isn't it? Ooh, Leo up to castle. Micro? Don't just run, you can micro. There we go. Second TC, okay. Oh hey Otter, thanks for the raid. Sorry, I don't have the notifications on. I still haven't done anything on this channel. Like, I don't even know why DjSapsan's message was deleted. I'm sorry, DjSapsan. I have to fix the bot. But yeah, but welcome everyone. I think if you're viewers on Otter's channel, you might know what this is. This is Alchemy League. It's season 4. Season 3 concluded, I think, a couple of weeks ago. I think it was. And Otter placed first in that one, alongside with Lucho. They both got 7 wins in the whole 2 rounds. This, as you can see, is round 1 of sprint 1 for season 4. This is the second set we're going to cover today. Actually, I forgot to give the win to Leo. First one was Oladushek against Shixo, two key players. And yeah, now we have DjSapsan against Leo. Both are in their 1600s, although they both hit high 1700 elo. This map is Kodiak. As you can see, it's an hybrid map. Both players start on opposite sides of this mountain range with forests. And yeah, that's basically it. Also, sorry everyone if I suddenly got less talkative, but I'm not used to casting and my throat is kind of starting to hurt, so I will probably take a 5-minute break after this game to go and drink something. This villager is still alive. Oh wait, Sapsan just got to castle. Oh. Didn't catch that. Mm-hmm. I see everyone is talking about the bears in the chat. I will chime in to give my personal opinion. I like them. I think they can be a little bit annoying on some maps, like this one, just because of the spawn. Although I think the only map I don't like them on is Chanchilaru Lake. When you have the generation with the frozen lake, one player might get a boar on his side of the frozen lake, whereas the other one might not. So if you're sending villagers out to get fish, that's going to be annoying. But aside from that, I think they add some kind of strategic timing. Like, you're not going to learn them like a boar, but it's like a boar you want to take later on in the game. Like this one you won't be taking, right? Because it's too far away from your main base. But the ones around here, it might be justified to take them. Okay, now DjSapsan was very late to castle, but he has water control. He could add fishing ships, and he is. He probably made stop making galleys. You don't need to. You have enough to take down the fire ships and the docks. But yeah, Leo is ahead in builds. And you can see it. Almost 1k more resources collected. And he is Byzantines, so he could probably translate this eco advantage into a very fast imp, and then sure, you have water, but I'm just going to tribe your base down. Oh, he killed the Vil. Ah. That's sad. But they're expanding. Yeah, Leo's playing this nice. Very nicely. DjSapsan probably overinvested into water. Hello, Otter. Cookie, I think... Now, this is just me talking. But if you make them too aggressive, then I could see myself and probably other players just picking Berbers, running around the map, taking all of the bears, and sending that villager to the enemy base. Because as things are now, villagers are the same speed as the bear. But if you're Berbers, you are slightly faster. And yeah, and there's imp coming from Leo, who is going Cataphracts. Okay. Okay. Okay, sneaky siege workshop on the side. Oh, oh, oh. Ah. Sad. Well, the thing is, Otter, Leo, he lost water, but he was up to castle, I think it was 5 minutes earlier, so he just added TCs and basically went land eco. Whereas DjSapsan, yes, he won water, but he has added now the fishing ships, but when he won water, I think he had 0 left. He doesn't have a farming eco. He's making a castle, and against Byzantines who are almost imp, so it will just get trapped down. And honestly, it's going to take quite a bit of resources, but how do Japanese deal with full upgraded cataphracts? I mean, aside from Arbalester and CA, but then cheap skirmishers from Byzantines can just, you know, take care of that. Yeah, sorry, Arthur, I have this bad habit of just zooming in and out randomly. I'll just, yep, look, I'll just move around with the arrows instead of the mouse, so I don't fall into that habit of mine. But yeah, here Leo is making a second castle aggressively. So more tribes are going to come out. Samurai, I know they get bonus damage against unique units, but I think they still die quite badly to cataphracts. I don't know about the aliens on the outside cookie. I mean, they're a nice addition, but because of the elevation, it's going to be hard to put TCs on them. So I mean, you could probably fit one here and there, but otherwise it's hard to justify taking the time to transport multiple villagers there. Whereas if you had space for a TC, you just transport like 2 of them, make a TC, and then you just produce villagers there. Unless you're taking out the TC, but I mean, even if it goes down, it's it's game over here. You mean like this, Otter? Does this make it less blurry? No, I know you can drag with the mouse and whatnot. It's just not something I usually do, and it came more natural to me to use the arrows. I think you could take down that tower with the hand cannoneers if funny. Okay. No, it's okay. You're not being annoying at all. Actually, you're just giving me tips, so I'm just grateful. I probably said that before you got here, but if I'm being a little quiet, it's because I'm not used to casting. So my throat after almost 2 hours has started to hurt a little bit, so, and I have another set after this one, so I'm trying to preserve my voice. That's all. But I'm thankful for the tips. So no, you're not being annoying at all. So, Sapsan, are you still in chat? Because in your head, in your mind, what was the win condition you had here? Yeah, Cookie, I have 3 bottles of water close to me. I just started drinking it now. I will probably try to take some sips from the first minute of casting next time. I mean, I don't have math, but I could use a drink, Leo. Maybe next time I'll consider that as well. I mean, yeah, Sapsan, I can see how having water could help. It's just you have no land control and you have no way to take down the castles, so that's what I felt, what I feel weird about. Yeah, actually the KD is higher for you. I wonder if that was the amount of ships you killed at the start. Ah, yeah, you raided as well. Yeah, true. Leo asking the real questions in chat. Otter, I will try if I get the chance, I will try asking T90 if that actually worked for him when I'm in Spain. I mean, if I if I ask him, he will probably make a video himself. I believe so. Okay, and the GG is called. Okay, so Leo wins this 2-0. I think, yeah, I think what Sapsan was thinking in this game was good. It's just he was a little too late to castle, and probably overinvested a little bit into his galleys, because there was a point where he got to 19 galleys, and Leo had like 4 fire ships on the field, and he had already abandoned water. So, and I understand, you know, the overinvesting. It's something you need to get used to understand when you should stop investing as much into navy and to actually add fishing ships. It's something which has screwed me over so many times in the past on Nomad or other water maps. So it's very understandable mistake. Yeah, he is OP. He didn't even know about the boars. I think he went. No, you were the one trying to get to a bigger body of water in game 1. But yeah, overall, I like the games, especially game 1. I love the Han's aggression. Again, I think not having upgrades or skirmishers earlier is what screwed you over. But it was a very good game. Thank you, Bingus. It's actually not over. We have one last set left. But before that, I think I will take a couple minutes break. Just go quickly to the bathroom, maybe get some more water, and then we'll be back with the next set, which is going to be... Let me see. Who do we have? No. Where is it? Where is it? This one. Wisenatic against Chanchilaru. Okay. I will load the game and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, let's get rid of this fantastic screen and... No, not this one. Now, let's take a look. We're done with this. Okay. Next one. So, Wisenatic against Chanchilaru. As you can see, they banned China Hot Springs, Kenai, Chandalar, Denali, Yukon, and Kodiak. And they picked Columbia. So, as for civs, Byzantines, Mayans, Spanish. Okay, makes sense. Spanish, great on Nomad maps, so I think they've been banned in all of the sets we've seen today, which I'm not surprised with the Nomad Start first game 1 map. And then Mongols, which have been banned as well. And again, Utgevik is responsible for that. As for Georgians and Armenians, I think, once again, Utgevik is the one responsible for that. Simply because of the mule card having the chance to go around and get all of the ant. So apparently, unless I'm reading too much into this, I think up to now, all of the players have been banning stuff based on the game 1 map. Well, except Mayans. I don't really understand the Mayan ban, but it's something, I guess. Now, as for the players, Wisenatic, 2K player used to be 2K2, so could potentially be the highest elo player in the tournament right now. Either him or Lucho, because I know Lucho is above 2K as well. I just don't remember how much. And then the other guy is... Oh, and he's German, as you can see. And then the other guy is Chanchilaru from Chile. Not Chile, he's not from a pot. And he's basically 2K, right? So slight elo disadvantage if you look at the all-time high. But again, I think... Wait, was Leo the underdog in the previous round? He was. So up until now, in both sets, the underdog has been winning. So we might see that happening again. So yeah, let's get into the games, shall we? So game 1. The map doesn't really need any introductions anymore. As you can see, this time the generation is similar to the one Leo and Sapsan got. So, lots of ice, no dip fish, maybe they had one. Do they have one as well? No. Oh, yeah, there it is. So yeah, just one dip fish. Lots of shorefish, so making a meal or a dock is worth it. Now this dock from Chanchilaru is a little bit sad. Oh no, he can get this, right? With the fishing ship. So, could be nice. Yeah, Bingus, if you like aggressive maps, then the Kenai Peninsula is going to be the map for you. I haven't tried that yet, but it's going to be very aggressive. And speaking of aggressive, TCs are basically kissing. Although I prefer Chanchilarus, just because of the gold access. I mean, it could still be denied by the single tower, but it's still nice to have. There's plenty of deer here in the back for Wisenatic. Oh, did he just notice the TC spot? That's why he should have known. Getting loomed. Did he get housed or did he not have food? Why are you going all the way out there to get fish? Yeah, something like this is more efficient. The bears still have no kills, right? Yeah, 0 kills. So yeah, pretty chill start compared to what you sometimes see on Nomad. Like, it doesn't happen that as much in 1v1s. It's a little more rarer, but normally you would see, at least in the Nomad games I used to, you would see villagers punching each other, trying to wall each other off. I love Nomad. It's so chaotic, especially in team games. Again, 1v1 it doesn't happen as often to see villagers fighting, but team games, all the time. There's always someone going around trying to start some trouble with the villagers. Now, actually, I said I prefer Chanchilaru's TC, but thinking about it, I probably actually prefer Wisenatic's. Just because you have the berries underneath the TC, there seems to be a deer patch. Yeah, this is probably better. And he has some wood access in the back. Whereas if you look at the back of Chanchilaru's base, because of this slate of eyes, he's missing out on some wood. So, I mean, he could go this way, but this one is more exposed than, say, this one, or this one. I mean, do we even consider this one a wood line? I wouldn't. Actually, wait. That... Yeah, there's no wood back here. Oh. That's going to be an issue, yeah. Okay, fixed the fishing ships, nice. Same amount, but Chanchilaru is up to feudal. Making a barracks, so is he going scouts as well? Like we saw in the previous set, or is he going archers? Could go archers, he has gold axe. Actually, he's on gold, he's going archers, yeah. Either that, or he got on gold for navy. Do they both have... Oh, actually, sorry, I didn't talk about the civs. They both went Japanese, so I think this is the third set in a row we've seen Japanese being picked. Although in the previous two they were picked on Kodiak. Do I like Japanese here? Cheaper lumbercrap is nice for relocating, but Okay, so yes, he's going for both Navy and Archers. But I think it feels... It's kind of a waste, though, going Japanese here, isn't it? Because you're not guaranteed to get dip fish. So you're not guaranteed to have a very good fishing eco. Oh, adding a barrack. No fletching, so the villagers can just shank him away. But even if he doesn't find that much damage with the archers, he has a fire sitting here. Alright. Wait, can he get there? Yeah, I should be able to. Yeah, Sapsan, I agree. I think Japanese in general are going to be good in this tournament in general. Just because I think there's fish on every single map. Maybe Denali is the only one without fish. But again, I think on a map like this, when you're not guaranteed for dip fish, it's kind of a waste to use them. And even if your second game is not on a map where Japanese are kind of mandatory, there are better saves for this map. Like we saw Koreans in the first set and they played out very well. At least in my opinion. Yeah, Huns are great for this one. I still think Mongols are potentially the best one just because of the Huns, but they've been banned for that reason. And now we have... Oh. Love it. Tanking the fire with the fishing ships. Let's go, Wisenatic. I love to see that. Sepsan, I will say not everyone. And I will say, I won't say anything more because I don't want to spoil stuff, but not everyone. Oh. Not tanking anymore with anything, and no more fires coming out. Whereas Chanchilaru is still making them. Granted, Wisenatic almost has the food for Imp. Not for Imp, sorry. For Castle Age, but he's missing the gold. And I'm guessing the building? He got an archer range. I mean, you go blacksmith here or market and you could easily go up. Well, not easily, but there's going to be a good chance. Now this part, the patch is not going to... Ooh. She's dead. Yeah. Okay, so Chanchilaru went super aggressive. He did find some damage on water, although I don't understand why he has so many... Oh. Oh. Oh, he cannot go through on that. Oh. Okay, that's sad. That's very sad. He's up though. And he's got slightly more land army. He could make use of the power spike or... I mean, even go CA. Japanese CA are going to be good anyway against... Well, not good, but decent against skirmishers. Especially feudal age skirmishers. But he's up as well. Okay. Rest collected are close. Wisenatic has slightly more, but he also has 2 more vills, so that makes sense. 2 more vills despite 4 eco kills from Chanchilaru. Interesting. And I think, yeah, Wisenatic is going to run into some wood problems in a bit, because once this woodland is depleted... Oh, love that. Love that. Love to see animal violence. He will need to go here, but going here makes him more exposed to Chanchilaru's units. Especially now that he is in castle and he's making no military. Why is there nothing on stone? Does Chanchilaru know about that? No. But what is he going to do with that stone? Is he going to towers? Towers work very well in game 1 for the first set we saw. Actually, in both games of the first set we saw, that was amazing with the tower play from Oladushek. But I mean, either towers or he wants a defensive castle, but it's going to take a while. He was missing fletching. Oh, well, red is still missing fletching, okay. So he's not going to find any kill. Oh, never mind. Kills the woman. Kills the archer. Wisenatic got the siege workshop, but no resources for a mangonel. And yeah, little to no wood left. I mean, he could, if needed, could make a lumber camp there. It's cheaper for Japanese. So you're going to get... That's going to net you 450 wood. It's not much, but if you're in dire need of wood, it's better than nothing, right? So... Water has been so weird, though. Like... Chanchilaru won it. But there are still docks from Wisenatic, there's still fishing ships. I think they both kind of gave up on water and started to focus too much on land. That happens a lot of times on Nomad. You will see players make navy, and then after, you know, taking a couple of hits at each other, they will just put their navy in a spot and completely forget about it. So neither of them will really lose water. They will both have like five or six fishing ships just working, becoming more and more inefficient because you're not redocking, because you just focus on land with land military. Okay, going into monks. Did he get redemption? Did I miss that? He got redemption. Nice. Wisenatic has no monks. I don't think he even has a monastery. He doesn't. Oh, gets the conversion. Nice. Yeah, and the game is over like that. Really well played. I think it's the first time we see someone go aggressive in feudal and win the game. And it probably worked because of how close they were, right? They were right next to each other, so in that situation, yes, making archers makes a lot of sense. He also won water, technically, and yeah, I agree, Cookie. Maybe in this game it doesn't make that much sense. Honestly, in this situation, I probably wouldn't even go for a dock. Like, you could go for a couple of mills in Dark Age, or even just completely ignore water and make an extra mill on the deer. But that's just me, so... Yeah, summer version I can see it. Summer version basically plays out like normal nomads, right? You just make a dock at the start and you work your way up from there. But winter version, I could see an argument for just ignoring water and focusing more on the hunt. That is depending on your Civ bonuses, right? I mean, if you're going Japanese, then yeah. Even with the winter version, it kind of makes sense to make a dock. I could see an argument for Dravinians as well, just because once the shore fish gets depleted, your fishing ships and villagers are still kind of efficient, even with the distance. Yeah, I agree, Leo. I think those 3 saves are just the 3 best on this one. Probably could make an argument for... No, I'm going to shut up. Not going to give away my my strategies. Let's go next. Okay, so Wisenatic. The second one was on Colombia. Okay. Colombia, or as I like to call it, the smiley face, because this is a smiley face. You cannot you cannot convince me otherwise. So glacial here in the middle, tons of ships up here. Relics up here in the top of the map with priests, or what are they called, monks, guarding them. They have 9+3 range, so you're not going to engage them early on. And then you have your starting base, where you have berries around your starting TCs. There are some patch of deers down here, and as you can see, players are already going there. And then you have wood here in the back with some gold, some stone, and then most of the gold is going to be down here, where, by the way, there is also some deep fish if you feel like, you know, getting some extra food in. Although it's probably faster to go here for the deer instead of playing this like in a hybrid map and, you know, skipping the meal, making the dock instead. Civ-wise, we have Portuguese, which I like. Having the berries around your TC justifies, you know, opening with Portuguese, just because of the wood you're going to get. And then we have gods. Gods, again, it's probably due to the hunting bonus. Maybe you could see some militia play in early, well, not early, but late Dark Age, early feudal, just to maybe pick off any villagers who are on deer, or even kill the deer, which, well, he did anyway with the villager, because he gets instant loom, so you can just go around killing deer without having to worry too much about your enemy fighting back. So I haven't had much practice on this one, if anything at all. And I was surprised by how quickly they went to deer. I think I delayed it too much in my practice, so... And they've been able to keep up villager productions, so... Well, Wisenatic not that much, but he was running around with the villager, making damage, so... It's okay. And he's pushing the enemy's deer. Oh. This guy. No, wait. He didn't win game 1. Chanchilaru did. Wait, did he? Did they switch colors? Wait. Yeah, I forget who won game point. Sorry, I think it was. Was it Chanchilaru? I don't know. It's sorry, it's a bit late for me, so my brain might have stopped working properly, if it ever did. So yeah, Chanchilaru is down a lot of tiers because of delaying and the fact that, you know, Wisenatic just pushed them to his base. I don't like him attacking the middle, just attack the house instead. Negative armor is going to go down way quicker. You can house him. And Chanchilaru is up. So I would say nice start from Wisenatic, but where do you go from here? Your wood is kind of exposed. I mean, you could wall like this and keep out both scouts and archers. And wow, he has how many on foot? 17 on deer. Oof. Actually, that's nice. You just, the moment you see him hit feudal, you've taken enough food here from the middle. You just take them back to your TC and you start taking berries and cows and sheep. Yeah, I like how he's played this. I mean, because of the faster feudal from Chanchilaru, there's going to be a window where he can actually get some damage in. But like, the eagle doesn't get better stats because of feudal, so there's not going to be a power spike in that sense. So now that he hits feudal, Wisenatic still has like a couple of minutes before any military comes out because oh, double stable. Okay. Not sure I like this. One stable I like. Double stable, kind of a waste of food. You have 7 on sorry, a waste of wood. You have 7 on food. You're not going to be able to afford producing from both of them and the TC. Yeah. Yeah, Cookie, I agree about Portuguese being a good late game save for this as well. I mean, ships cannot go here, right? So, but at the same time, you can just keep your ships all the way around here. And, like, getting a couple of caravels here, let's say, basically prevents your opponent from going through here, and they basically have to go all the way around here. Yeah, I agree with the idea that going best of 3 instead of play of 3 would be better, because as you said, if I'm losing 2-0, what's the point of me playing game 3? I mean, sure, you might get an extra point, but is it really worth it? I do understand why you want to have a player 2, though. Like you said, it's easier for the casting, and the way I see it, this tournament is more about let's quote unquote showcasing custom made maps. So I'm not saying it's not about the players. It's sorry, I hit the mic. I'm not saying it's not about the players. It's just with play all two and a map of the week, you can get to showcase the maps. You don't have too many games, so it's still good for people who have to cast. It's easier on people who have to cast. And it's not like players are not getting games in. It's not like they're not experiencing a tournament. And sure, maybe compared to other tournaments, it's not going to be seen as competitive. But I mean, who cares? Honestly, I'm just here to play Age of Empires. I don't really mind about having a quote-unquote easier format. Although I would say what I would like is to... So, because there are 4 seasons, right, per year, I would like to see 3 seasons with this system, so play all 2. And then you have the 4th season, which is like a standard tournament. So you have best of 3s, you have brackets and whatnot. And the map pool has basically the maps which were played most in each season. So it kind of becomes like a tournament to see the best players from each of the seasons, and at the same time the best maps from each of the seasons all together. Now I understand that that's going to be a nightmare to organize, but yeah, it would be very cool. Back to the game. So Wisenatic had a great start, I think, with being annoying here in the middle and whatnot, but Chanchilaru has sprung back quite nicely, and I still think Double Stable was an overcommitment, but he now switched to archers. He has been able to deal damage. Wisenatic has nothing. This is starting to look like GG territory, honestly. That tower is not going up. Meaning Wisenatic is not going to have wood access. Sure, he's up to castle, but... I mean, a stable... He does have a stable. So knights could help. He could drop a TC here. He has the wood for wood access. But he's 15 bills behind. It's not going to be easy. And yeah, there's knights coming out, but TC here. Why? Yeah, this is sad. And Chanchilaru is just going to... Oh, I was about to say he's going to stay in feudal and, develop his eco, but he can just go up and develop his eco. Especially if he's going fully into archers, he doesn't need as much food for his units. Yeah, it's complex, and I mean, the tournament is working the way it is right now. It does what it needs to do, like showcasing maps and giving players an opportunity to play in a competitive setting. So, could stay this way, unless in the future you get more people to help with the admin work. Then yeah, you can consider, going into a more complex tournament. But at the moment, if the manpower is not there, there's no point in trying to make it over complex when you're not going to be able to keep up with it. So it's fine. And that's CG. Yeah, sorry, I didn't focus that much on the game after a certain point because I started commenting on what was being said in chat. But this was, I mean, the start was nice for Wisenatic, but after that it looked a little one-sided. And I think the main issue was that he didn't make that much in feudal. Like, he made 7 defensive spears, and that's it. Whereas Chanchilaru, he said, no, I'm making scouts, I'm making archers, I'm making everything. And it worked. And let me check. He was... Yeah, he won the previous game as well, right? So this was a 2-0 from Chanchilaru. Was it? Yeah, it was. Okay. Okay, glad to see I didn't... I kind of remembered who won game 1. Alright, so... That was the... sorry, trying to find words here. That was my first cast of round 1, sprint 1. As I said in the Discord, I don't think I'd be able to cast until... that's a good question. Probably the 15th, because I'm coming back on the 8th. I have stuff to do on the 10th, the 11th, and the 14th, and I have to play my set as well before the 15th. So I might postpone casting until that date. I will try uploading this to YouTube at a decent day, but casting the next set, it's probably going to take a while. So yeah, sorry about that. I hope you all enjoyed this stream. I hope it was decent enough. It was my first time casting alone. I've helped as a co-caster in the past, but you know, streaming on Twitch, being the only one talking into the mic and speaking into the mic and whatnot, it was the first time for me. Yeah. I will bid you farewell, or rather, good night, because it's bedtime for me. And I'll see you in the future with some other sets. Thanks for joining, and bye-bye.